Welcome back, party people. You are listening to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. It is Saturday, September 19th, 2020. And coming up on today's show, we have a bunch of exciting PlayStation news, including all of the prices and a launch date for the PlayStation 5. We will also be talking about the launch lineups for both the next-gen consoles. And finally, Nintendo also had a mini partner direct. There's some announcements coming from Nintendo as well, but we will get to that in just a bit. For now, my name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined by Ignacio Rojas.
Yo.
Gino Viteri.
What's up, everybody?
And Alan Busbee.
Hello.
Man, we have 4 people on the podcast.
It's a party now.
It
really is. It is stacked. So, you guys may have noticed that we brought both Gino and Alan back on the show. I know we've already announced it on Twitter, but we have yet to mention it fully here on the podcast. I was waiting for this exact moment. We have brought both Gino and Alan on the show full-time as hosts of Crossplay. So they will be joining me and Ignacio, and hell yes, I am excited.
Golf clap.
Super excited.
Yes.
Finally get to talk to more people other than Kyle.
I know, right? I'm sick and tired of Ignacio. He's
Yeah, I know,
stupid
right?
dummy head.
So tired of me too.
Yeah, when are you going to add somebody on the podcast that likes dubbed anime?
God, don't get me started. We're 4 people now. This podcast will probably be longer. We don't need to make it even longer.
Touche.
Yeah. Well, with that,
I'll wait.
with that, I think for now we will keep things on the podcast as is in terms of like structure and stuff. But you guys might see some changes down the road as we kind of get a feel for having 4 people on the podcast and stuff like that. So, yeah. That said, Ignacio, how was your week?
Oh, dude, it's been pretty chill. Luckily, my school gave us the whole week off, and so because of that,
right. It's your Independence Day.
Yeah, well, it was our Independence Day on Friday. So usually, what they do is that depending on where the 18th, which is our Independence Day, depending on where it falls, they give us maybe a free day. Say if the 18th is on Wednesday, and they give us, and by law we have the 18th and the 19th free. They would give us the extra Friday, the extra day, just to not have a day in between.
Right. Yeah.
But this semester, thankfully, because of last semester and classes online and how stressful we've all been, more stressful with classes online, they decided to just give us a whole week off of school, independent on when the day fell.
That's very nice of them.
Well, you guys have midterms over there and mid-semester breaks. That's not a thing we have here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I guess this would be like mid-semester break.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty chill. I enjoyed it. Sucks that I'll have to go back to classes on Monday. But yeah.
Rough.
Nice.
Alan, what about you? What have you been up to this week?
I have been watching a lot of tutorial videos on how to edit audio and looking up all kinds of audio equipment to just better it. And in my minimal free time, I have just been playing my Monster Hunter game still. Just
Nice.
waiting to get a PS5 pre-order and have had 0 luck.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
We'll get to more on that down the road here. Gino, what's been up with you, man?
Pretty long week this week, actually.
A long week today.
Yeah, long week
Sounds
today.
about right.
Today's been a long week. Today specifically.
No, man, it's work's been ramping up, but unlike most places during the holiday season, I actually get slower. so I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, pretty chill, man. Pretty
That's
chill.
good. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah,
What about you,
my work is like the busiest now, so like we don't like slow
Oh.
down, but we're definitely the busiest right now,
Just
so it
starting
won't
to
be like this
ramp up,
forever.
Yeah,
Mm.
I gotcha.
Kyle?
My week has
What about
been
you?
pretty quiet for the most part. Work has kind of been unexpectedly busy this week, but I guess it's like the start of the school semester here for us. So I work for a university, so things are starting to get a little bit bigger and
Ooh.
busier, stuff like that. So not looking forward to that stuff, but hey, it's been
Yeah.
good. It's been a good week. So
Sucks to wake up, man. Sucks to wake up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it really
Sometimes,
does.
I mean,
Let's-
I don't want to sleep, but I can't wait to sleep in tomorrow. Oh my god.
Exactly. Well, hey, let's start talking about what we've been playing. Gino, I will toss it right back to you, since you were not here this past week, and we
Yeah.
only had Alan on. You said you would report back with Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yeah, and that's what I've been playing, and man, I hate to say it, but Ignacio, you were right.
Oh, man. What did I tell you?
You
Oh,
freaking right,
dang.
man. Oh my God. I got it on Steam. Um and uh and I hopped in and I was like, man, did I get the regular version? Did I get the remastered one?
Why?
have-
Did it look bad or
Dude,
what?
they have not done anything to it. I don't know
Oh.
what they've been saying about a remaster or sort of like that, up-resed or whatever. They haven't done nothing.
Now,
This
are
is
you
just-
sure that you did get the right one?
Yeah, that's exactly. I checked, and yes, I got Re-Reckoning, but it is
Huh.
a re-release, is what it is. That's pretty much what it is.
Hey, at least you have it back. I mean, it's
Yeah. So other than that, it's still a fun game, obviously.
But
so
does it hold up?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. Loved it 10 years ago, but with everything that's been out now, it's definitely down there now. It's down.
Yeah.
Gino, and you were so optimistic
I
about
was
it before.
so hyped.
Yeah.
I was so when they announced it. Oh my God, I cried and everything. But no,
Yeah.
man, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I guess that's all I have to say about it. I don't know.
You know-
it's the same thing.
You traded.
sucks.
You got a pre-order, but Amalur was bad, so
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
it balances out.
That's true.
yeah, balances it out.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard about about Re-Reckoning, which is that it is basically the same game in there, which maybe back then it would have been something impressive and people do have fond memories of the game back then. I do remember a lot of people liking the game back then. But then, yeah, basically what everyone's saying is that games have progressed so much from then than whatever the game did back then and is doing right now. It's just too old. We got better things now.
Yeah, I would really like for them to make a new one because I know if they did, because the thing about that game specifically is one of the strongest parts about it is the world and the story.
Mm-hmm.
So if they brought that to the present, current gen, I think it would work well. But just to
They are doing something new.
They
right?
might, yeah. They are adding to that game. I don't know what they're gonna do exactly, but I would like to just see an entirely new game. I think that would do well.
Hopefully it gets patched and they fix some things. Because the one thing that I did here was like you go into a room and you have to load the room and then you leave the room and you load something else and just like oof.
Yeah,
rough.
the loading is pretty long.
Yeah, that's something I do remember from when I tried it out. Was that you have to load every room that you go into.
But aside from that, I've been playing Cold War.
I
Okay.
forgot that was going to be a thing.
Yeah, so
Alpha for
But
that.
it's going on like right
The
now
alpha.
though.
yeah, it's going on right now. Yeah. Until I think Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we'll talk about it later. But when I saw the Call of Duty at the conference, the PS5 conference,
Mhm.
it it was the first time in a long time that a Call of Duty interested me. It actually it looked different. And this one's Raven and Treyarch, correct?
I know it's Raven. I don't know if it's Treyarch.
I think it's Treyarch. I think Treyarch makes the Black Ops games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is Treyarch. Treyarch
Okay.
but Raven was always on as sort of assisting.
Yeah.
But it looks like this one they've taken a lot of sort of the main work on it, and they've definitely brought some different stuff to it from what I saw in the trailer that we saw in the gameplay trailer, and it made me try out the alpha, and it's actually really good. It's different from a lot of Call of Duties that we've played recently.
Good.
What's in
I'm excited for it, so I'm
Yep.
glad to
Yeah.
know that the alpha's good.
What's in the alpha? Is it just
Just multiplayer, just like two
multiplayer?
multiplayer maps. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Ignacio, let's go your way. What have you been playing this week?
I'm still playing Avengers. So I
Okay.
beat Avengers like earlier in the week, and first of all, I like I said before, I enjoyed this story a lot, and one of my favorite story moments in the game was basically that last mission.
Yeah.
Specifically, being they make you play as Cap, but being Cap and then having everyone on comms just talking, making jokes, and it's so good. I really like the whole banter between all these characters, and that was basically my favorite segment of the game. So I finished the game
Agreed.
pretty earlier in the week, and I'm still playing it, which I'm a bit surprised about it.
So how is the post-game content? Because that was kind of where I stopped and was just like, not for me.
Technically, there is still some story elements after you beat the game. The At the end of the game, it is teased that there's still more going on, and basically you are working towards maybe tying up that loose end. But you also have all these different missions that you can go on, and you have all the factions, and you can take up specific faction missions that you can go on. But what I've been doing is that I haven't really been paying much attention as to, or having a structure as to what to do. I'm just been going in, and whatever mission I can find, I just play it because I just enjoy playing the game. That's mainly why I'm still playing.
Fair enough.
I'm still trying to finish the iconic missions for every character, but other than that, I'm just going in on missions and trying to get the better loot and whatever. Just an excuse to keep playing.
Gotcha. Good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And other than that, I got the new All Stars collection, the 3D All Stars collection. I got that
Heck
on
yeah,
Friday.
dude.
Good old
Yeah.
Mario.
Good old Mario.
Dude, my
And
mom got that game. She texted me, was like, "I'm playing Mario 64."
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've
she
just been
loves it.
I've just been playing through Mario 64. I have a lot of fond memories about Mario 64. That was one of the games that I played with with my best friends back in the day, and we would play it all the time. So jumping
Yeah.
back into the game and remembering all this stuff, and that's the one enemy. I haven't played the game in so many years, but I know how to beat that one enemy, or I know the secret over here, or I know how to get to the star. I just going back to Super Mario 64, it has been such a nice time.
Are you playing it undocked?
Oh yeah, that's how I always
how's
play
that
my
feel?
Switch. It feels good. It feels okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
Graphically,
cool.
I don't think it's gonna be any different. And well, it is Mario 64, which doesn't have any motion controls. I expect it to to playing it handheld be different for Galaxy, not necessarily for
It
for
yeah.
64?
Galaxy is different when it's. I'll get to that.
No, you can talk about
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
so-
go for it.
So mine ties into Ignacio's. I also have been playing the Mario games. I played like the first. I got to like the first 12 stars of Mario 64 on Friday, and then I played the first 3 missions of Mario Sunshine. Then I played the first 2 levels of Galaxy, and Galaxy is the only one that I would recommend playing it docked, but with the Joy Cons,
Yeah.
because then it
That's
plays
what
like
I've
the
heard,
Wii
yeah.
version. But I played 64 and Sunshine both docked, and they both play just fine. Galaxy
Yeah.
is the one where I would dock it and play with the Joy Cons in your hand separately. That is the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think that at least for Mario 64, this is the best way to play Mario 64 right now. The N64 controller itself is so confusing. I do remember a couple of years ago picking up Mario 64 on an N64 and being so confused about the controls. Even though when I was a kid, I would play this game a lot, but I was so confused with the controllers. So I would say that right now, even though they didn't change much of the game, this is still the best way to play all these games.
Yeah, but that aspect ratio of Mario 64 though, it's not taking up the whole screen. Like, what was going on there?
Well,
It
Even
bothers
when
me.
it's
Thing, right? 'Cause
undocked?
this is like a direct port or like an emulation, right? I think of
yeah,
Ah,
they're
one of
technically
them.
emulations.
yeah, but it's not the one that it's not the upres one that was on 3DS, right, or something.
Yeah, I think
no.
you're thinking of the DS version.
Yeah,
Sure,
the
yeah,
Super
that
Mario
one.
like 64 DS version, whatever.
No. This is Super Mario 64 with better textures. Textures basically are the only change in there, and it's basically the
Interesting. Okay.
Japanese re-release of 64, which added rumble and fixed
Okay.
some of the bugs and cheats that you can do.
I mean, I like Mario 64. The only real of those 3 games, the only one I have played is Sunshine. I did not like Galaxy when I first played it, and I have never
How
played
could-
64 until Friday.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
And let me tell
Are
you,
you enjoying it?
Mario 64 feels like the whole game to some degree is on ice physics.
yeah. That's,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I realized playing it is that I think that everything that the game did for it being one of the earliest 3D platformers, it did so many things. Like, so it added so many secrets, it paid attention to so many things and everything. You can see how much work and care and whatever they did for it being the one of the earliest examples of 3D platformers.
Oh yeah,
The only problem with this game, I would say, is the controllers.
and the camera control. You don't
Yeah,
have
the
free
camera control
camera
is so
control.
bad.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, it's so bad and it's so confusing even to use.
Yeah,
It
'cause
isn't
you can't
consistent.
even pan it all the way around. You can only go so far, then you have to pan it the other way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can make it
Weird.
move to the sides, but not always. And there are 2 types of camera controls. One which is supposed to be more for Mario, and then the other one is the Lucky 2 that's supposedly filming you.
Yep.
And that's confusing. And there is a way for you to basically look at what Mario's looking, but even doing that is a bit convoluted.
I mean, I played 11 stars in, and like I'm generally used to it. Like even the ice physics don't really affect me, so it honestly none of it takes very long to kind of like adjust to if you play games. But when I first played it, I was like, whoa, this is weird and slippery.
Yeah. Yeah, and it gets worse when they want you to. When getting somewhere is so dependent on you making a certain move, it's in
Yeah.
a certain specific way, which is down, which would be okay with better controls, but not with the controls that you get here.
Yeah. I still think Mario Sunshine is the best 3D Mario ever. But
I have not played that one.
you
barely
have to.
played that one.
Yeah, I gotta try it.
guys,
It's
what are you
so
doing?
funny. It's so funny listening to the discourse on this game because so many people are like Mario 64 is the best one, and then some are like Sunshine is the worst one, and then there's some that like Galaxy is the best one, and then there's some that are like Sunshine is the best one, and it's just like, look, we all love Mario. They're all great.
I mean,
They are actually all really good. I'm playing Galaxy with my friend, and we're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would say having played a bit of at least every 3D Mario game, I would say that Sunshine is at the bottom.
Whoa. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, you said that Galaxy was bad.
So
Okay.
I remember having similar feelings to what Alan felt when I first played Galaxy. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
I like it now.
this and all of that stuff. But yeah, then I like one year just sat myself down and was like, okay, I am going to play this and Galaxy 2, and they're fantastic.
They are. Yeah, I didn't play 2, but yeah, I'm really liking Galaxy. But yeah, none of them are bad. I just like them for different reasons. I just had the most nostalgia with Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also, when you use the nozzle in Sunshine, when you stand still and lock yourself in place to spray water, they uninverted the controls. It's now non-inverted. What was that? Why'd you
And
do
you can't
that?
change it back, right?
No, you can't change it back.
That's so weird.
That's the weirder part that you cannot
I can't make it inverted.
I would say that if you going to decide of either inverted or not inverted, you should go not inverted. But yeah, that should be an option.
Oh man. See, I'll play inverted or not inverted. I just prefer Mario to be inverted because that's what it used to be and that's what I'm used to. So like now when I try to squirt water,
Yeah.
I like make Mario just shoot straight into the ground. Like no, up please.
Okay, so you've been playing Sunshine. How
Yes.
does the port deal with you not having analog triggers?
So it's actually pretty
question.
simple. So okay, so before, well, I'm not even to explain it. So if you push ZR, you can push ZR all the way down, and that allows Mario to spray while running still, no matter what. If you want Mario to lock himself in place and spray, and then obviously move where you aim, you just have to hit the front button, the right bumper. So right bumper locks you in place to spray, and then you can control your aim. Or if you want to be moving and spray, you just hold ZR.
Okay,
So they just mapped it to two different buttons now.
but you cannot change the water pressure.
No, but you couldn't. Could you
Couldn't
change it
you?
in the GameCube one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Kind of.
because since they were analog triggers, it would detect how far you were pushing.
Oh, see, I don't remember. Oh no, I guess I do remember that. No, it just sprays it at max distance.
Oh, okay.
So no, you're
Yeah,
either
I
not
guess it
spraying or you're
isn't-
spraying at full power.
Yeah, it isn't that much of a problem.
No, and it's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna hit it, I mean, either you're still gonna hit it by shooting far away, or you'll shoot it far away because it's far away.
Yeah.
I only played, like I said, like the first 3-ish missions, and I haven't really encountered anything that was like, oh man, this is kind of a weird design choice.
Good stuff.
So, yeah.
Thumbs
Yeah, I
up
gotta
on
try it.
Mario then?
Awesome.
What?
That's good. I was asking if you guys would give it a thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have to understand that they didn't really change much here. They are basically ports for the most
Yeah.
part. I think Sunshine is widescreen now, but
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than
Sunshine
that,
is
I'm better-
widescreen.
yeah, other than that, and better textures and for Galaxy being able to use the touch screen, they didn't change much.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
still wouldn't recommend touchscreen. I would still just use it Joy-Cons like you're playing a Wii. I think that's still like the best way to. That's how we've been playing it, and that's
Yeah.
like the best way.
Good
But
stuff. Good to know.
yeah,
Well, let's see. I have been I've been playing Tell Me Why. I finally did the third chapter on that one.
That was the last
Exactly.
one, right?
Yes, that was the last one. It actually came out last week, and I was hoping to talk about it last week, but I never got around to it. So I played it this week. And the game is good. I was kind of disappointed.
It didn't give you the
at the
twist you
end.
wanted.
Not really. with Life is Strange 1, I fell in love with those characters. And I was just like, this is a fantastic game where, you get to do that, like, telltale style of picking your choices of what you want to do. And then Life is Strange 2 came around, and I was really impressed with how they took that one step farther. I never really fell in love with the characters the same way, but what they were doing with the, like, decision-making stuff was fantastic. Because they had a whole second character that you were not in control of that could change things.
Okay.
And so, yeah, like, you would make certain choices, but depending on your actions, you might think, the best choice might be one thing, but then that teaches this other character certain behavioral traits and stuff. And so then that will cause problems down the road, and you might pick one thing and he says, no, let's do something else. So it just had this, like, second layer, and I was like, this is really cool. And with Tell Me Why, it was still a great story, right? I think it is the game that looked the best. It was the best acted, the best written, but I didn't fall in love with the characters like I was hoping to. I wasn't really impressed with what they were doing with the tech there. It just seemed like, okay, you pick one choice or the next one, and that's it. And so I was kind of expecting something else, but it is still good. So might be something worth checking out if you like those style of games.
Cool.
Yeah, a little disappointed in the end, though.
And isn't Tell Me Why only for PC, or is it for PC and Xbox, or?
I believe it's for PC and Xbox, yeah.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
yes. Yeah, that's where I've been playing it. So yeah, and then I know that Don't Nod also has another game coming out called Twin Mirror, I believe, and I think that's coming out in December, if I'm not mistaken. And that one they've been working on for a little while, so excited about that one, but I also don't know much about that one, so who knows. Next up, I've been playing Halo 2. I actually beat that this week.
Oh.
Started it and beat that.
First time?
No, I'm replaying them. Let's see. I played Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, and Reach. I haven't played ODST, and I haven't played 5. And
So, how come you beat Halo 2 so fast and Halo 1 took you longer? Is it a shorter game?
It's about the same length, I think. Halo 2 is just really good. Just it's so good. I guess for the anniversary edition, they redid a bunch of the cutscenes and stuff, I think. Because I don't remember them looking that good. They looked fantastic.
Well,
so
they changed all the textures.
yeah, well, they changed all the textures and stuff, so the game itself looks fantastic, but the cutscenes look amazing.
You can turn that on and off, right? The up-res and low-res. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Ignacio, I remember you starting Halo 1 and just being like, not,
Yeah, and
wasn't as
didn't enjoy it and
as I
basically
remember
burned
it.
me.
Halo 2
I don't think
is
I'll get back to it anytime soon.
Halo 2 is kind of like, let's see. Halo 1 is more like you just discovering all of this stuff for the first time. So I can see why it's like, okay, maybe the story isn't, it's kind of paper thin. They don't really explain stuff, and you're just shooting things. That's about it. Halo 2, they really start to, like, dive in to the lore and the story and stuff like that. It's so good.
Did they fix the waypointing?
There's still really no waypoints in the game at this point. I didn't really have trouble with this one though. I felt like there were a couple spots in Halo 1 that I was just like, now where do I go again? But This one, it was pretty straightforward. Like, go here, do this thing. So I was good with that. But
I just remember
know,
playing a bunch of like the Halo 2 multiplayer when it came out, like
yeah.
originally with like friends. Like that, I don't remember the story of Halo 2. I just remember I played the living crap out of the multiplayer.
Yeah, me too. Same, dude. That was the game.
Yeah, it was so good.
it was amazing. But Halo 2, the story, just to give you guys a reminder, is in the aftermath of the events of Halo 1, you play as Master Chief coming back to Earth. At the same time, the Arbiter, or one of the elites, has now been tasked with like finding the next Halo and using that. It's in the midst of this like big intergalactic war that the Covenant are trying to do.
That's Halo 2?
Yeah.
No, okay, I do
2
know
is
that
the
one
one
then.
with the Arbiter. That's where the prophets are like, hey, we need to go on this great journey, and then like they all don't realize that means blowing themselves up. And
All right, so Halo 2 is the one I know the most of. That's my favorite one.
there you go.
I
Yeah,
didn't remember which one that
Good
one
stuff.
was.
good stuff. So
Wow.
good. But yeah, I beat that, so I will probably move on to 3 maybe sometime next month. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
You got time
do
before
have
the
any-
next Halo comes out.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Do you have any game that you're looking forward to?
The next, well, I forgot that Hades came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
gotta look at that.
I'm excited
Yeah.
about that one. But Watch Dogs Legion is the next one, and that's at the end of October. And
Yeah.
even that one, I'm like, I don't know. Like, it looks neat, but I also haven't played the first 2.
Yeah,
So-
but you don't need to play.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely
I
don't
don't think
need
you
to.
have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
I did
Definitely
just get
you
the
don't.
second one for free on the Epic Game Store, so could
Yeah.
technically play that if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you don't
the
have to play Watch Dogs 1 to play Watch Dogs 2. So
Yeah, I
I'm sure you
know,
don't have to play
right, yeah.
Legion to play this one, or play the
It's-
other ones to play Legion.
Yeah, it's a different character. It's a different,
Yep.
even a different vibe.
Yeah, Legion
Right.
just has all the characters.
Yeah, Legion is
Yeah.
actually bringing the character from the first
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
that's
was,
DLC though. That's not like
But
the
yeah,
main
it's just
story.
like it's nothing. It's just a
Yeah, and basically, every Watch Dogs game has a self-contained story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once more.
Okay, good to know. And last but not least, I tried out Spiritfarer.
How do you like
I've-
it?
I'm actually really enjoying it. I was not expecting to like this game, but I heard so many people talking about it and just being like, it's so pleasant and like it's so charming and like I'm hooked. And yeah, I was like, this doesn't really look like something for me. Looks like it's filled with a lot of chores, and it's like an Animal Crossing style thing where you just have a lot of tasks to go do.
Yeah, like
and I
a
just was
crafting and resource
Yeah.
management type of game. Yeah.
yeah, and I was just like, that's not really for me. But I picked it up since it's on Game Pass and tried it out, and I'm enjoying it a lot. It's not
It's
something
really
that I would
cute.
yeah, it's it's adorable. But it's so you play as the next Spiritfarer. You are taking over from, I believe his name is Chiron. And he is the one that like would transport these souls to the afterlife, and you are taking over for him. And you get this boat, and you gotta pick up these souls, and these souls are kind of represented as these like animal creatures. When they are on your boat, you kind of tend to their every need. You build them a house, you cook for them, you give them food, you make sure they're happy and in a good mood. And so yeah, you have to plant vegetables and build this and build that, and then go to this place and farm resources and stuff like that. And it's it's not something that I would play in like a big long chunk, but in like short hour and a half sessions, it's a pretty good game. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think I'm only like 6 or 7 hours in. I think I have 5 spirits on my boat right now, and it just
Has it made you emotional yet?
not yet. So that's the thing is like after a while, and you've helped them kind of finish up their unfinished business, you take them to the gate where, like, they will go on to the afterlife. I haven't had that happen yet. So right now, I think I have like the second to last biggest boat, at least for what's available to me now. And it's getting kind of crowded. So I think some of that stuff will be happening soon. But yeah, it's adorable. You can hug them, and they'll be like, "Aw, thank you."
That's a great mechanic.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching the trailer. The trailer looks pretty interesting. I like the art style that's on it.
Yeah, the art is fantastic. Give it a shot, because I think this will end up ranking pretty high in my top 10 list.
Is there? So I know I know it's out for the Switch. Is there like a demo for it, or is it just?
I don't think there's a demo, but I could be wrong on that. It's out on the Switch. I think it'd be a great game on the Switch. I've been playing it on Game Pass. But yeah, worth checking out. Absolutely.
All right.
And it's a great podcast game too. You can just
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
put something on and
Just
cook
play it
some
while you're
fish.
doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
So good stuff.
I have a hard
That's all-
time bringing myself
that's all I've been
to
playing.
buy Switch games, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just the Switch.
You have to wait
Why?
for like the right things, right?
I
There's so
know.
much on there, and there's so much good stuff that I feel like it all just ends up kind of being middling, right?
Yeah.
But Spirit Fair is worth checking out, I think. So.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping, and then we can finally move on and get to the news. So here we go with our little housekeeping jingle. If you guys did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at the Whatnauts. You guys can find out more information on our website, thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Just type in the Whatnauts, and all of our shows will pop up right there. Let's see, what did we just do? Melissa and I on the review show just started Shame Timber, which we are... Shame Timber, yeah. We do like a weekly book club style podcast, but we are diving into movies that are on our list of shame. And so Melissa is a big James Bond fan, but she has not seen the original James Bond movie, Dr. No. So we covered that one. And then me, I'm a big sci-fi fan, but I've never seen The Fifth Element.
Ooh, that movie's great.
We watched that this week, and we'll be talking about that tomorrow on the review show. So be on the lookout for that down the road. But that was a lot of fun. And if you guys like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is where you can support us. Let's see, we got a $1 tier where you guys can get episodes early. We have a $3 tier with all kinds of exclusive content. We are finally planning our Jackbox party pack night. So if you are a Patreon supporter and you want to join, you can do that. Or if you just want to listen to us play the games, that will be available down the road as well. But last but not least, a big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier. So thank you, Sam, so much for helping us out and supporting us. We appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
The MVP.
Yes, the real MVP. Indeed. Okay. We got a bunch of news to talk about, so let's get on with it. PlayStation 5 showcase.
I've been
What
waiting for
a
this.
show.
Heck
It was
yeah, man.
It was amazing.
It really was.
So I'm excited to dive in. I think it's a great week to have both of you here on the podcast, and Ignacio too. But now that we have you guys
clearly
here,
you
he's
don't-
more of an afterthought.
You're going
you
accustomed
know.
to me.
Yeah.
That's whatever. Having me
It's
here.
we're phasing now. It's the phasing process.
Ignacio is old news now. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS5's the new news. Ignacio, you're the old news. I'm sorry.
Well,
Exactly.
That's it for me. Bye.
Wow. But wait, we have so
So-
many cool things that are coming out.
So just top general thoughts. What did you guys think of this? We'll dive into this stuff in just a sec, but just your initial thoughts. Did you like the showcase? Did it do really well? What did you guys think?
Honestly, I thought the show was amazing. Like the actual show itself of showing games and gameplay and everything else, I really couldn't have asked for anything more. It had some stuff I wasn't sold on that sold me on it. It had stuff that I didn't even know that I wanted right away that I wanted to make me want it right away. And really, it just made me hyped for the entire next generation.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Ignacio, what about you? Oh, sorry,
No, don't worry.
Gino, you were about to
Don't
dive
worry
in
about
there.
Go ahead, Ignacio. Oh, I think he left.
Go, Gina.
No, yeah. It was freaking awesome, man. I did not think, because the first showcase when they revealed the PlayStation was really great, and I did not think they could top that, but they did somehow with this. It really, to me, it really was strong throughout the whole showcase, and it definitely got me excited for stuff that I was not going to be excited for. So, I loved it.
Okay.
Hell yeah, Gino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignacio, you still there?
Oh yeah, I came back. I'm back.
No, don't worry, old news. You can talk about the new news.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, I thought it was a great show. It started with 3 bangers back to back, which was really nice. And then, even though we got some lulls here and there, some games that I'm, at least personally, I'm not very excited for. I think that even I couldn't even say that the beginning was great and the end was great, but the middle wasn't, because still in the middle you still had things that really excited me here and there. So I thought overall it was a great show.
Interesting.
Definitely.
I feel outnumbered. 'Cause I felt like the show was kind of a mess.
Kyle.
Damn it, Kyle.
No, see,
It was decent. It had a lot of great things, but I think there was just so much about it that was confusing to me and baffling. We'll get into all of that in a sec here.
The real mist came
yeah.
after the show, to
Yeah.
be honest.
I would say
Yeah.
the show was great. It was
But all
the
of that stuff
aftermath that was a mess.
missing from this. That stuff should have been in the show. That's why I was just
Yeah.
like, this. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they say this thing or say that?
Well,
Come on.
There's one theory that I saw the crew had kind of funny discussing, which I thought was pretty interesting, and probably it was what happened, is that they probably had this whole presentation ready for a while now.
Yeah.
And they were just waiting for Microsoft to announce their release date and everything for them to actually then release the whole presentation. Because if you look at even at the trailers for their own games, they still said holiday 2020. They
Yeah,
didn't give a date.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
So it does make sense that they had this ready, because we know that Sony must have been waiting for Microsoft to do something. I don't think it was a coincidence for them to come out a week after they announced the S and the release date. I don't think that it was a coincidence.
Yeah, because
They
some of the
clearly
trailers
had it ready.
they had a release date or exclusive. Oh my god, word. The exclusiveness. I'm pretty sure these trailers were made earlier in the year, and they just didn't really update that when they had the trailer. They just kind of slapped it all together and was like, here you go.
Yeah.
And they just didn't update that graphic.
I just feel like if they knew some of these games were going to be launch titles, they could have just said available day one or just available on launch date. And that way
I
it
think that
wouldn't
could
have
probably
Yeah, like it wouldn't have
been better.
given away the launch date yet, but like we would have at least known, like, oh man, they're gonna announce it later on in the show, you know.
Yeah.
But
Now, see, that's the trick. They don't tell you the launch titles, and you won't get mad at that because you'll be so mad that you can't pre-order it after the show that you won't even be mad about the lack of dates given.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
so they
Like,
started
that is
off.
something else.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through the whole thing.
They started off with a trailer, an announcement trailer for Final Fantasy XVI.
Good
Yeah.
lord. Good
So-
lord, that was amazing.
Let me just
Only
kind of
only captured on PC. The only thing not captured on a PS4 or
Yeah,
PS5.
that was
Exactly.
the one thing that had me worried at the beginning when we saw the whole capture on PC, because I thought that meant the whole show was going to show gameplay captured from a PC, but no, it was just Final Fantasy. Thankfully,
Indeed.
But I'm
So
a
let me
Gino.
just-
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
Let me just read through all of the days, and then we can go back in, and if there's ones that you guys want to call out and stuff, we can talk
Okay.
about those, because there is quite a bit here. So yeah, started out with a trailer for Final Fantasy XVI. Then we got some gameplay for Miles Morales. Then they announced Hogwarts Legacy, which will be coming in 2021. We got some gameplay for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That's where I think they announced the beta that's happening now, or the alpha, or who knows what. We got a new trailer for Resident Evil Village, which looked really interesting. That's coming in 2021. We got a new trailer for Oddworld Soulstorm, which will be a limited time console exclusive. They announced a new Five Nights at Freddy's game, or is that an expansion or something? I'm not sure.
An
'cause I've not
expansion.
played those games.
Yeah.
Expansion.
Expansion, yeah.
Okay.
is it? I thought
Yeah,
it was-
that's
no,
what I heard.
No. Yeah, it looks like a new game, but I can see where you would think it's an expansion because it almost kind of reminds me of like Sister Location Freddy game.
Yeah, because I don't know what it would be an expansion for.
Yeah. So I think it's its own thing.
Yeah,
Interesting. That one will also be a 3-month console exclusive. We got a new trailer for Deathloop, which had some gameplay in that, and that looked fantastic. The Demon Souls remake, is that an actual full-on remake? Yeah? Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Just
yeah.
wanted
from what I've heard, yeah.
to make sure.
Also,
Um,
it's Blue Point, so it must.
Yeah,
be.
they definitely remade it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got a Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition announcement.
Yes.
We know that Fortnite will also be available at launch. Then they announced the PS Plus collection, which included a plethora of games from the PlayStation 4, including such titles as God of War, Uncharted 4, Infamous, The Last Guardian, Fallout 4, Batman Arkham Knight, Mortal Kombat X, and many more. And if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you will get access to all of those games on the PlayStation 5 for free. So that is an interesting thing. And besides all of the prices and release date and all that stuff, they finally teased us with a God of War 2 Ragnarok announcement. And it's coming in 2021, supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
So many bangers
Supposedly.
over the next year if they don't get delayed.
if they don't get delayed. That's-
So many great games over the
That's
next
okay.
year.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I say
let's
we-
go back in
we
with
go
these
through-
games here. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go back through. Final Fantasy 16 looked amazing.
Yes, it really did.
The combat, I was sold instantly. The
Yeah,
story was
I-
whatever. The combat, I was all in.
Yeah.
It looked so. It had a combination of. It looked a little bit. The story looked similar to Final Fantasy 12, which I thought was nice.
Yep.
And they definitely brought the combat back from 7 remake and 15, which was
Yeah.
awesome. It looked so good.
Which you hope even some of the
Does.
issues they had in FF7 remake are ironed out here as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
because I think it must be because even the gameplay for Final Fantasy remake came from 15, and it is an improvement from 15. I recently went back and played 15,
Mine.
so I do expect them to improve on 7 remakes gameplay.
My only real complaint with FF16 is what does this mean for FF7's Part 2? Because Part 2's got to come first, which means FF16 is so far out.
Wait, why would part 2
Yeah.
have to come first?
I would assume it would be kind of weird to have Part 1, then 16, and then Part 2 so much later.
I'm
feel
assuming
like
they're
it's-
different teams.
Yeah, they're definitely
on
different
stuff, so,
teams
you know.
because that's another thing I want to mention too. The director for this game, Naoki Yoshida, is actually the director for 14 Online, which is so amazing. That's awesome because he is incredible. So that's definitely. But yeah, I don't think they're related to 7 remake. So this one's definitely coming before 7 remake 2.
And to piggyback off of that, Square Enix also recently hired Ryota Suzuki as a battle director, and he is rumored to be working on Final Fantasy XVI, but he was the designer of Devil May Cry 5. So if you liked the combat in that, might like this one.
I knew when I watched the combat of 16, I knew I was like, this looks like my character action genre games that I love so much. And now I know why.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
the gameplay for
looked
sure looks
fantastic.
going more for those type of action games.
Man.
Yeah.
I have to say I wasn't impressed with the game visually. I think that 7 Remake looks better than the game. I was a bit surprised as to how the game looked actually.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's
was
probably
kept
been
run-
in
it was kept
development
running
hell.
PC though. So
Probably been
Yeah,
in-
you know, those PCs that are
yeah, they're
less
not
powerful than your
yeah,
PS4.
they're not very good, obviously.
Yeah.
They just do your taxes and stuff and
Yeah.
watch YouTube.
When did they start development on the game? Do you think?
that's a tough one.
I'm assuming.
Honestly, no idea.
I want to say it's early in its development.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't know if the team doing 16 had anything to do with 15. I know at least the director isn't the same one.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it still looked awesome.
What did you
Still
guys
looked
think
great.
of?
Can't wait for it.
What did you guys think of Miles Morales?
Looked great.
It looked
The lighting
freaking
on
amazing as
it
well.
was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was
for me.
like, yeah, this definitely like you can see next gen in these and some of these trailers.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with Miles Morales.
That one, I didn't necessarily see next gen because we also know that will now be also out
Yeah.
on PlayStation
But
4.
You have to think of what Miles
But it
Morales
still
looks
looks
like
great.
compared to the original Spider-Man. It looks
I
way
would-
better than the original does.
No, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm with Kyle. It does look like a better. Like you can see that it is running on better hardware than Spider-Man PS4, which we know that it will get an upgrade for. Miles Morales will be, of course, visually better on the PS5. So I know that
Yeah.
visually it isn't all that impressive, considering that it is a given since it's going to be on PS5.
I'm
Yeah.
wondering, because this is kind of its own standalone thing, but it's not like a full-on sequel, I'm wondering how much of the map we'll actually get to play with. Like if we'll have the full map or if it's like a smaller section and that's why they have, more power or more memory or who knows how who knows how games work, but maybe that's why they can have more NPCs in there and stuff like that and make it look a little bit better.
Maybe.
I doubt we'll get
yeah, I
anything
don't-
less.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I would bet that for sure we'll still get all of what is it, Manhattan?
It's
Oh, the
Harlem.
island?
Harlem.
No, yeah, but the whole island.
Yeah,
Yes.
Manhattan. Yeah, Manhattan.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I
Okay.
still think that we'll get the same as on PS4. Just maybe they'll change textures here and there. They'll add NPCs since you have more power, and they'll change it to be winter now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'm stoked for that for that one. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and I have been reading all of the Miles Morales comics since they started. So
Nice.
Can't wait for it on launch.
Yeah, I do have to say that I'm a bit worried that because Miles looked so OP to me here. Because we know that he'll have the same powers as we saw Peter have on Spider-Man PS4, but you add to that an impressive electric powers, and also he can go invisible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of my worries, is that he'll be a bit too overpowered, and then we know that you'll have to go back eventually to Peter for a full on sequel for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know how his strength compares in the comics, so I'm wondering if they're. I mean, yeah, like,
But
I'm sure
he's basically
gonna
like
have
Peter, but with more
similar.
powers.
No, see, I don't want to say Miles is more powerful than Peter. I feel like if they were going to do something, they'd make Miles a bit weaker physically. That way, you'd more rely
That's
on
what
his
I was
electric powers and
thinking, yeah.
invisibility, or the
Yeah.
fact that like it's not that Peter is weaker than him. Peter's very smart. Like in the PS4 one, Peter is like he's tweaked out with gadgets. I don't think Miles will only really have webs like Peter does, but Peter has all the gadgets, and then Miles has electricity and invisibility, where Peter has a lot more.
That would make sense, yeah.
He can be way more versatile with his combat.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
And maybe you could probably play with both for the full-on second one either way.
I mean, I
Knows,
kind of
yeah.
assume that.
Yeah.
So here's the first thing about the conference that I was kind of confused by, that we kind of mentioned. At the end of this trailer, they announced it still as Holiday 2020. And when they announced that, I was just like, ooh, we still don't know when this is coming out. Like, it doesn't look good. It might not be a launch day thing. And yeah, it came out after the showcase on, I believe it was Jeff Keighley's
Jeff
Twitter.
announced so many things.
He announced so many things, and it was just like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Like, why would you not just put a graphic on there that says available launch day? Right?
I think it's
Like,
because they had. I think it's because they had this recorded earlier, and they just didn't update it.
But that means they would have had the time to go back to Insomniac and be like, hey, can you give us one that says available on launch day, or put something in the themselves, because I'm sure they could do that.
I'm going to be
I don't
honest.
know. I don't know how much work goes into it.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
feel
don't
like
know.
it was probably also just laziness. Like they were like,
Yeah, honestly.
they're gonna enjoy it anyway, so let's just tell them after.
Yeah,
Sure.
the
We'll
information
throw
will come
Jeff
out
a bone.
one way. Yeah, I like how Jeff even mentioned how on Twitter how he basically did a post show for
Right? Yeah. Which, like, I'm sure this had thousands upon thousands or millions, who knows, watching this stream.
Mm-hmm.
But how many of those people follow Jeff Keighley on Twitter?
Yeah,
But
right.
you know that information will come out one way or another. If you are
Yeah, Jeff
so
wrote an
into
article
it
somewhere.
that you are worried about the release date and it's saying holiday on the presentation, if you're watching the presentation, I would assume that probably you either follow IGN or GameSpot or whoever in your area does video game news.
yeah,
And I'm guessing that they will probably have the news. I think that Sony probably thought that
Eventually,
it probably
it will get
is.
to people.
It's going to be too much work for this, and we want to get this out as soon as possible. I don't know if they do for different regions. They do the presentation, but in different languages. That's
Yeah.
something I haven't looked into. But also, you know that the trailers that you see here will get cut out and be put for every region on YouTube.
Right.
There probably is a Spanish version, an Italian version, a Japanese version. That
Oh, yeah,
was
I'm sure
taken out
there
from,
was, because when PlayStation went live on their YouTube channel, they had the link to the showcase, but
Yeah.
in several different languages.
Yeah, that's why I think that it probably was easier for them not to change anything, since it would have been more work and more coordination and a lot to put into for not much return.
Yeah.
It's certainly plausible. Now that I've mentioned that stuff, they did the same thing with the Demon Souls. There was just no date at the end of
Yeah.
that, and it was just
Yeah.
like, ooh, like that. Like, for those of you guys excited about that game, we still don't know when it's coming, and here comes Jeff Keighley after the show. Hey, it'll also be available on launch day.
I mean, it is a problem for just casual people that just are like, oh, hey, there's a showcase for PlayStation. Oh, I'll check this out. And then they see that there's no launch title games except for like a couple with official dates. And they're like, well, there's nothing at launch. I guess I won't buy it. So I get why it's a problem. But I think Sony wasn't targeting just your average everyday Joe. Just like, oh, I'm got nothing else to do. I'll watch the showcase. He was targeting people like us that will find out some other way.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, thoughts on Hogwarts? Do you guys have stuff with that?
Look
yes,
good.
no?
It looks
Good.
awesome.
I'm looking forward to it as a big Harry Potter fan. I'm looking forward to the game. We actually finally got official confirmation of the game.
Yeah.
For years we've known about the game, but now we finally got an official confirmation about it.
Yeah, it definitely looks fun.
It's kind of a difficult time to be announcing a Hogwarts game, though.
Yeah, I do want to mention that I've been seeing a lot about people talking about that stuff, and the elephant in the room, obviously J.K. Rowling, the things she said and all that stuff, but people saying that they won't buy it because of that. I feel like they're affecting Avalanche more than they're affecting her.
Yeah.
Because I think she could care less if people buy the game or not. She's still filthy rich.
Yeah.
So
plus, just buy games and play them and enjoy them anyways. Who cares?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
if you buy the game or if you don't, even if the game tanks, it won't affect the Harry Potter IP in any way. It won't affect J.K. Rowling's bottom line in any way.
Well,
It will
she's
only
only
affect-
going to get richer, and it's just going to tell corporations that still more people want this stuff, which will then just make her more rich. And so, like, I mean, yeah, like if you want to play the game and buy it so you can support Avalanche, great. That's a great thing to do. But if you also don't want to support the game because you don't want to support J.K. Rowling, I think that makes sense too.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's all on you if you want to stand against it, but go for it.
that's another thing. Like, if you don't want to buy it because you don't support J.K. Rowling, doesn't mean that if you buy it, you do support J.K. Rowling.
Right.
At the same
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, it looks great. It looks fun. And
Yeah, it looks
Avalanche.
fun. My only problem or worry about the game is that it did kind of look a lot like. I know it probably won't be an MMO, but it reminded me a lot of an MMO about how
I
you
was
make your
hearing
own
it
character.
was an. I heard it was an MMORPG.
That would be
I
freaking
doubt it will
amazing
be.
for me.
I doubt it will be an MMO.
I would
We
love
would
that.
have
see if
known
there's
for
anything.
sure that it is an MMO by now. I think it will most probably be an RPG from what
And
we saw in the trailer, but
If
I
anything, it
doubt
might
it will be an
be
MMO.
it might be similar to Destiny in that way. Maybe
Maybe.
could be.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If it's an MMORPG, I'm kind of out.
I'm not out, but I wouldn't be as excited as I would if if it was a single player, concise, story driven game.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be single player though. It doesn't look like it will be.
No, it really doesn't. It
Yeah.
looks like
I-
it's made for online.
I don't know. I do think that it won't be an MMO. It will be an RPG, most surely it would be, but
Yeah.
I doubt it will be an MMO.
Or even just like a party game where you like can bring your friends and kind of like those like 4-player like RPG dungeon crawlers.
Yeah.
It could be just like Avengers. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So apparently, someone here in the comments on the PlayStation blog says that according to WB Games' site, it's an immersive open world action RPG.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I doubt we know that Avalanche is working on the game. Avalanche, as far as I know, hasn't worked on an MMO. So if
Yeah.
you are going to make an
Okay.
MMO, you'd probably look for a developer
know.
that has done MMOs.
yeah. Call of Duty Cold War looked like Toy Story.
What?
Oh, the RC.
Call of
I,
Duty Toy
Oh,
Story.
I
that's
can see
funny.
it. I can see it.
Remember when Buzz and Lightyear are on the RC
Yeah.
car?
Oh, yeah.
Trying
Yeah, yeah.
it was that
Which
scene
doesn't
exactly.
make sense.
But it was so cool though.
Dude, that little RC
Yeah, it looked
did
cool.
so much
Hot
damage.
Wheels leading the
It's
way.
crazy.
That little RC was way faster than any of those cars. Full of
It was a
cars
nuke.
over there.
It was a nuke, pretty much. That thing exploded so. That was crazy. It looked
Wait
great,
till
though. I liked it.
Fast and Furious gets a hold of these cars. And
That's why
shows
they don't
those
let you.
little
That's why
RC
they don't let you
cars.
bring RC cars on planes. That's why.
Yeah, dude, that scene reminded me of Fast Six, yeah,
Yeah.
with the runway. It reminded me a lot of that one.
So funny.
Oh man. I mean, I liked it though. It might
Yeah.
make me get it when it comes out.
Yeah, for sure. More intrigued right now than I was before.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
there was like little mechanics that they showed, like holding people as a meat shield and
Planting a grenade on them and throwing them, which
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit too much.
they were pretty intense. The little
Yeah.
those executions, but it looked cool. It
It's
definitely
style,
looked cool.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. What did you guys think of the new Resident Evil trailer?
Dude, I'm so excited for another Resident Evil. Like, I know it's first person, but I thought Resident Evil 7's first person was really good. So I'm really excited for this.
So I forgot to mention that in what I've been playing. I have been playing Resident Evil 7
Oh, okay.
recently. So
Yeah.
I used to be really scared of these games, but I tried RE3 remake, and it wasn't that bad. It's like
No.
I'm like really a pussy for horror games. So
Dude, you and me both. I hate games.
Kyle,
Dude, so you
That-
you
you can
tweeted
blame
at,
it like you-
at me this week when I was like, all this rain is killing my motivation, and you were like, just curl up in bed with a horror movie and some hot chocolate, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how he feels about horror movies, so I'm just gonna say sounds ideal. And dude, I hate horror movies.
no, but that's the weird thing. That's the weird thing about me. I love horror movies. I cannot do horror games. It's
That's
just something.
interesting.
Being
It's
in
it's
it
because
is
it's
what
because
scares
you're in
me.
control of it.
Exactly.
It's because you have
I
to
can
do it.
horror comics, but I can't do games or movies.
how can you be scared from a comic?
Yeah, I don't
There
understand
are
that.
some that are real creepy.
Like there's people that get scared reading books, and I was like, "You're just
Oh,
reading it.
well,
just popping
It's
up.
okay.
Just
their
relax."
imagination, man. That's the whole thing about horror stuff. You don't know what's out there.
So
That's
this
great.
this might be a
That's crazy.
stretch. There is a manga that I read that's not scary per se, but the emotions behind the drawings of how psychological they draw them
Go
can
read
kind
some
of
Jinju Ito, man.
No, that's what it
It's
is. It's
yeah.
one of his. Yeah. So
That
I
stuff
know
is
what you
horrifying.
I know what you mean, but I never read them and I'm like, "Oh man, I'm scared." I'm just kind of like, "Oh, that's kind of creepy."
You have to
You
be
turn
like
the page.
a,
Ah!
you have to be a really good writer to scare people.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they're
What are you
reading
scared
a
of? The page turn.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I
But
don't want to turn the page.
so I started playing. I played RE3 remake and it was fun. So then I went back to RE2 remake, and that was fun. But I played that with like unlimited ammo and all that stuff because I'm not doing it. I'm not
Oh,
doing it the real
come
way.
on.
You don't know.
Come on.
I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not gonna do it with one bullet. No. so I ran through that with the rocket launcher the whole game, but and that was fun. So I decided to try 7, which was which is a lot scarier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
good.
is different.
Yeah, this is not zombies.
From
This is
Remake
just
2 and
crazy people. So
Yeah.
You should play it in VR.
nah,
Oh,
not even.
right.
No,
Give me
definitely.
this in VR.
Ooh, not
Yeah,
at all.
as a recent Resident Evil fan, I am now intrigued on playing Resident Evil Village. I
Yeah.
think that I will play 7 at some point, especially now since we got the PS Plus collection news that we know that will come with 7. I do think that I will give it a shot and probably end up playing.
Yeah, they just
Village.
added it to Game Pass. That's why I started playing it.
They did, yeah.
Mm.
7 is probably the best game you can play to kind of get an idea of how Village will most likely
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, because it is a direct sequel from Village,
Yeah. so,
from
yeah.
7.
Yeah,
But it is, from what I know, it is kind of being a sequel also to the other Resident Evil games, like 4.
Before, right? Yeah. I heard
Well, I think
something about
it's
that.
because it's a continuous story.
Yeah.
But,
The interesting thing about this trailer to me was, I think this was the first time that we saw a different animation style, like within these games.
Yeah.
Like they were doing this like folk tale kind of thing, and it was the like almost like claymation, like Coraline style.
Like a
shit.
story-
No,
like a storybook, yeah.
It looked like when they were describing the Deathly Hallows in the
That's
Harry
what I
Potter
was gonna
movie.
say.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it like that looked really cool. Like I'm not gonna play this game most likely, but just that alone was like, that
What?
looks
Kyle,
amazing.
you don't like horror games?
Kyle, just do it.
No.
Kyle, how long did it take you to beat Resident Evil 2 remake?
I don't know, like 15 to 20 hours, because I took my
Yeah,
time.
you talked about it for like 3 shows. I beat that game in 2 days.
I was like, dude, I
Damn,
am
dude.
taking my time.
That's
I am
way too
staying
quick,
away
Ignacio.
from Mr. X, whatever his name is.
Wait,
Just be like
you
Gino and just use the rocket launcher? I guess.
exactly.
No,
I played it. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know.
like
either.
they
I
added
played
it
the
way
real
later.
way.
I assume you
Yeah.
played it when it first came out.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I played through both side A and B, and it took me 5 sittings
Wow. Oh wow.
of like 2 hours each.
Nah, I'm too scared. Like, cause
Wow.
like my heart can only take so much of that game.
Yeah,
If I was playing without the rocket launcher, even with the rocket launcher, I still get too scared.
yeah, it is
So,
stressful.
Yeah.
It's
know,
so
I've-
weird.
I'm not a fan of horror movies. I don't like watching them, but for whatever reason, I do like horror games.
That's so
I
weird.
do, I do like the thrill and
It's
that
because-
feeling of
It's just like how Alan said. It's because you're in control.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes it fun for you, but for me, it makes it scarier that I am in control. So,
yeah.
I don't like jump scares. I like when games scare me by just making things really ominous and building tension. That's
Yeah,
what freaks
yeah,
me out.
same
Not anything
Mhm.
like no zombie in the game scares me. Not even Mixture X scares me. It's just when everything is dead quiet and I feel like something is gonna happen. That's what freaks me out.
that's what these
yeah.
games do well, though. Too. They do both those things.
But I'm also a glutton for punishment. That I thrive off the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Well, let's
So
move
this
on here.
looked great to me. It looked great to me because I'm
okay,
excited
good,
for Resident
yeah.
Evil now. So
Let's
So
move
Oddworld.
on. Do you guys have thoughts for Oddworld or Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach?
Neither.
No.
not at all.
They look
I-
cool, but that's
Security Breach is a game, though. I looked it up. It's
Okay, cool.
Also,
yeah.
one correction here. I think that the game was already announced.
Which one?
They
Five
didn't
Nights
announce
at
it here.
Freddy's?
Yeah, Security Breach.
Oh,
Because I was watching the Game Theorist, one of his older videos, and he had the Security Breach in there, or he mentioned Security Breach in one of his videos, which would have
Interesting.
been before the presentation.
Maybe it was like rumored, and this was like the official announcement and stuff.
No, it
Something?
sounded
I don't
pretty
know.
official when he talked about it, but I think that this probably is confirmation that it is coming to consoles.
Okay, cool. Cool, good stuff. Deathloop gameplay trailer. Dude, this is my shit. This
Yeah.
game looks great.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked for this game. So it looks like it looks like it's I guess kind of roguelike in the sense that you're gonna do a bunch of these runs to try
Yeah.
and like beat the game, but ultimately it seems like there's 8 kind of important people that you are trying to figure out a way to get them all in the
Yeah.
same room so you can kill them all at the same time.
Yeah.
And so you just have to keep experimenting on like, oh, if I do this, does that mean the guy goes over here and stuff like that. But that looks fantastic. But then it looks like there's this like asynchronous multiplayer aspect to it where someone else can potentially come into your game and fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew about that one from
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
trailer, but yeah, that still looks pretty cool. We
Yeah,
don't
but,
know
like,
much about it though.
It's definitely
This is the
interesting,
one that I think by far gave us the most details on like what you're going to be doing moment to moment and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, well, they
great.
showed the mechanic that you can affect the characters in a certain way so that you could have them, like you said, in one room. It reminded me a lot of Dishonored in a way, where your actions could impact the characters in a certain way, and you could do a certain things in order to get the specific kill that you want. So like you said, since it is in a time loop, the character would want to get all or most of these guys on one loop. So they did show how you could go to this one guy and kill him, and then go to this other one guy and kill him. But apparently, by researching and by looking and whatever, doing your homework, you figure out that if you do this one thing, it will impact this one character, so that before he wasn't going to go to the party of this one other guy because of a discovery that he did. But if you mess up with his discovery and he doesn't discover it, basically now he's free to now go to the party, and now you'll be able to get both targets in this party, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll eventually learn to be like, okay, if I mess up this experiment and then go to this part of the map and do this one thing, that'll make both of these guys go over here. Now I need to go there and do this thing. Yeah, it's my shit. That looks good.
Me too.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to buy it. I'll give it a shot.
Demon Souls. Who here is a fan of Demon Souls?
I never played Demon Souls, but I played the Dark Souls and Bloodborne games after this. So I'm into this. I like these games that are really hard, that are just trial and error.
I actually don't like those games, but I buy them every time because they look cool. This one looks cool, so I'm gonna buy it. Get frustrated at how hard it is and stop playing it.
See, I'll buy it, die, get frustrated, and just keep playing it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have never played Demon Souls or any Dark Souls or Souls-like in general. I think the
they're
closest
not
that
for
I've
me.
gotten was Jedi Fallen Order, but this game did look intriguing to me. I think that I probably give it a chance.
You're gonna enjoy it solely based on how easily you get frustrated when you can't complete something in a game right away. That's gonna solely base if you'll like this game or not.
But Bluepoint does such a good job at remaking these games.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
They look so good.
The sound effects in the showcase were so good too.
Yeah.
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 It did look good. So there's that. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
Boys, let's go. We got it. They're gonna reduce the load time, so loading into missions won't be a bitch anymore.
Also, they'll add more characters
Oh
to each
Yeah.
fight.
So what I know so far is that it adds turbo mode that speeds the game up. They added playable Virgil, another difficulty mode called Legendary Dark Knight, and I learned today that if you play this game in 1080p on the PS5 without ray tracing activated, you can play it with up to 120 frames per second.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I didn't try it. I
I'm
didn't try it
getting
the
this.
first time.
I'm getting this day one.
So I'm gonna try it for sure because I didn't get around to it the first time.
Yeah.
I
But this
tried
will
the
be
demo, I didn't
available
like
for
the
launch too, so
Only digitally though.
yes.
Yep.
Only digitally.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
You'll love it.
I feel like we can skip Fortnite.
It's Fortnite.
It's
Yeah,
Fortnite.
one thing to point out is that the game is getting next-gen enhancements. I think it will be in 4K, better frame rate, and
Okay.
the gameplay that they showed on the presentation was actual PS5 shooting footage.
Cool.
Cool. Good
Nice.
stuff.
I never played it and still won't.
How about
It
this?
is fun.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was it.
Okay, it's fun. There you go. You heard it here
Yeah.
first, folks.
Fortnite is fun. Breaking news.
People enjoy Fortnite? What?
This PS Plus collection. Thoughts on this?
I
Start
like
with
this.
you, Ignacio.
Yeah, Gino, shut up. It is my turn.
That was me.
That wasn't even me. You're just coming at me, man.
Oh, right. Alan. Sorry.
Yeah, Gino, shut up.
Sorry, Gino. Shut up, Alan.
Don't worry about it, Kyle.
Fine, you guys are fighting. I'll go first. No, Ignacio, let's start with you.
It is cool that they are adding this basically Game Pass like thing to PS Plus itself, and you're getting it at no cost. I thought it was very cool. This is basically confirmation that all these games will be playable on PS5. There are some games that I didn't play here that now I'll get the chance thanks to PS Plus.
Yeah. I don't really want to say it's like Game Pass though, because this is only I don't think they're going to be adding to this collection or taking things away if you don't get one in time.
I do think that they will.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess who knows, but
I feel it's more like just like, well, it does have third party and all that stuff, but I feel like it's just PlayStation's greatest hits, and
pretty
they're
much
just
is.
giving them to
Yeah.
you for free.
You know.
So I don't think it has anything to do with any sort of service or anything like that. It's
Right.
just, here you go. Here's these games.
Are these
Greatest
games
hits.
getting enhanced at all, or no? That I don't know.
They'll be boosted, but other than that, no.
Okay. I just didn't know if they were just gonna get just strictly ported to PS5, or if they were gonna get like minor enhancements.
No, I think that these are still the PS4 versions.
Yeah. They're
I'm
just
still cool.
backwards
I'm still cool with
compatible.
that.
yeah, I like the idea of this, of just like, hey, here's our greatest hits and stuff. I think that's a good thing. At the same time, I think, or I guess on the other hand, I feel like we've gotten a lot of these already from PS Plus, so none of these really felt like, oh, we didn't have that one yet. Good, like we're. I don't know. Like I felt like most people, if you're buying a PlayStation 5 at launch and you're already a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you most likely have these already.
Yeah, this is definitely for people that are
Just
entering the
signing on.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
Just to play the games that they missed on PS4 and all that stuff. So
It could also be
That's a good point.
could also be for people that are getting the digital version and had all these games physically.
That's
Sure,
true.
Yeah.
That's a good
True
one
indeed.
too. Yeah. They're free, so that's great.
Yeah. I'm
Added
excited.
to the PS Plus.
Last but not least, God of War 2 coming a lot sooner than I expected. I was thinking 2022,
Yeah.
but 2021.
That's definitely getting pushed back.
I have a feeling that's gonna most definitely get delayed.
Yeah.
I think maybe,
well.
but I don't know. Cory Barlog did say that the development for God of War 2 was gonna go faster than God of War 1.
That's true.
I would love to see it 2021, but I don't know if this is definitely gonna be cross generational. Then I'm assuming, right?
We don't know yet, but we know Miles Morales is cross-gen. We know Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is going to be cross-gen.
I believe Ratchet.
Yeah, that's
Clank-
what I'm saying. If Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is cross gen and that's coming out later,
There's a
God
good
of War
chance.
has gotta
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
There is a chance that Horizon comes out before it, because
Oof.
do we
Oh,
know
yeah, 'cause it
about,
did come out
about
before,
when in
yeah.
the year it would come out? Horizon?
Horizon.
I think it just said
Horizon
2021.
Yeah, so I think that it probably is coming out before God of War, since we've seen more from Horizon
actually.
than God of War.
That
Yeah.
game's probably more further out, yeah.
I'm wondering if Horizon will be like late spring, early summer, and then God of War supposedly will be their like big fall release.
I mean, it's snowy. It's snowy, I assume. So it's got to be more like close to the holiday time.
I did come out 420. Maybe
All right.
Is it-
Horizon will come out around that time instead.
Yeah, I could see it like on 2018 when God of War came out on, like I said, 420. I could see Horizon coming out on 420, and then like Spider-Man when it came out later that year.
Yeah.
God of War could take that spot.
Yeah, those could be the two bangers for that year, for sure.
Mhm.
It looks awesome
Indeed. Yeah, I think at
We
the end
haven't
of
seen
the
anything.
day, I think at the end of the day, the games that PlayStation showed, they all looked fantastic. I'm excited about a lot of them. I felt there was some unnecessary confusion, but I guess we don't know exactly why they did those things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
With the whole pre-order thing, they
That was their biggest
definitely,
fumble.
yeah, they definitely didn't give the consumers enough time. But I also heard that Walmart just straight up did it
Yeah.
immediately.
Well,
yeah. So
Sony did say that it would be available the next
The next
day.
day.
Yeah.
But then Walmart
Here's-
broke
here's
that,
the
and then everyone
last-
else followed suit.
little bit of info that we got with this. We got the PlayStation 5. The regular one will be $499, and then the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition will be $399. And they will be available on November 12th, which is 2 days after the release of the Xbox Series X. And yeah, they didn't give a pre-order date in the conference, like in the showcase thing. And again,
No, they
that
said
was
the next.
something
No, they said they'd be available the next day.
that next day.
Yeah.
They tweeted it out, didn't they?
No, I thought they said it in the
That's-
showcase.
That's what I thought.
Oh, he
too,
did
too,
say
because
it
was the
after, I think.
Release
No, he
dates
said
and
it
it was after. Yeah. So, yeah, they tweeted it out. Release dates will start the next day. But yeah, Walmart was just like, you know what? We got them now. Go,
Frickin'
go,
Walmart,
go!
dude.
Swarm,
Yeah.
swarm.
Ruined everything.
Yeah, and then they did that, and so Best Buy and Target was like, well, I guess we should open up ours, and Best Buy's site got screwed up and stuff like that, and the whole thing
GameStop
was just a
started
mess.
blocking people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even
Ridiculous.
just on their website, but just on social, they started blocking. No, yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and still it went better over there than it went here. How it went here,
Yeah.
and
Um,
also you're getting the consoles way cheaper than we are. Like it is insane how much they are charging
How much are they?
for the consoles over here.
How much?
I don't remember the conversion in dollars, but
Let's do it.
well, we know that the Xbox Series X over here. Well, we know the price for the Series X, but now that they announced the price for the PS5, the PS5 will be like over $100 more than the Series X.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
And you're in Chile, so yeah.
It is
Interesting.
pretty much double what the price
Good lord.
Yikes, man.
from you. Well, not double. I think it was like $850.
So I assume like the digital one is definitely the digital. It seems like digital one is selling, from what I see, it's selling out more. It's selling out quicker than the regular one.
That's what
Yeah.
I've heard, but I've also heard people be like, I wonder if they just made less of them.
Yeah, I was listening to GameScoop, and according to their metrics from their own IGN deals, the links that they had, their information is that apparently it might be 100 times more the regular ones than the digital ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because I managed to get a pre-order from Target on Friday, and they only had the like standard one.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean,
but,
I want,
but yeah, 'cause
I want the
freaks
standard
me
one,
sick.
but I can't get it anywhere.
that would
I
make-
also wanted the standard one, but it would be so expensive here.
Yeah. It would make sense, though, that they don't have as many of the digital ones, or at least GameStop and retailers would not want to stock as many of them, because once you buy the all-digital console, you're not going back to that store to get, games and stuff like that. Maybe an accessory, but
Or you could technically you could buy the PSN like gift cards for the store or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but like chances are you're
Yeah.
most likely not going back. And so I think it would be in these retailers' best interests to not stock as many of them.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Also, it's worth pointing out that Sony did come out today apologizing about everything that happened, and
Yep.
They did, yes.
did say that they will do another round of pre-orders.
It
Yeah,
did,
it was nice of them.
Yeah,
That
my
was-
GameStop better call me.
And then I think
Who should apologize is Walmart. That's who should apologize.
right.
But
Exactly.
yeah,
bunch of
everyone's
assholes.
blaming Sony,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
the thing.
more
Yeah,
on Walmart.
it's a
Well,
retailer.
Sony did a bad job, kind of, making
Preparing,
it
I guess, yeah.
transparent and being really.
Because
Their
that
communication
is
wasn't very good.
that is so in the aftermath of all of the showcase announcements and the pre-order debacle and stuff like that, I think looking back on a bunch of the things that PlayStation has said, this is also kind of why I feel like this showcase was a mess. They have been very staunch about, like, we believe in generations, right? Like, we want this to be the next thing. And then news comes out that both Miles Morales and Horizon Zero Dawn 2, some of their, best and most anticipated games for next gen will also be on current gen. So that goes against what they said with that. They also
Now,
said that
this
we
still
will
makes
let
sense.
you know clearly when, we will give you enough time, for pre-orders. It won't be a surprise.
Which
And
was
what do they do?
Wasn't,
They
or it wouldn't
surprised
have
us.
been.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, one
the
day.
plan wasn't-
Sure,
yeah.
but yeah, like that's still.
I don't
just
know
like,
how
oh,
much-
1 day. Oh God. How do
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
that
I don't know
money?
how much it's on Sony that Walmart and Walmart was the first one, and then since Walmart already went first, that probably made all these other places also.
Right. That's exactly
do
what
it
happened.
earlier.
But they did repeatedly say, like, hey, we will announce when the pre-orders will be, and you'll have enough time to prepare.
See,
So,
I
I
think 1 day would have been enough.
I don't think so.
no,
'cause,
I don't think so either.
Yeah, like for a lot of people who are unemployed here in the United States because of the pandemic and stuff, getting money is a lot more difficult now. And so 1 day to be like, oh shit, I now have to start saving up for that.
Yeah, and
not
it's hard to
great.
sit on my computer to pre-order when I have to work every day too. So that's also why
Right,
more
yeah.
time would have been necessary too.
Yeah.
Well, look at it this way. Pre-orders did sell out. So say you would have had enough time to actually pre-order and would have gotten a pre-order, other people that got it now wouldn't have gotten it then.
Yeah, I mean,
Pre-orders did sell out.
yeah,
And either way, I think
Someone's getting screwed either way.
It still would have been hard because people want it, so it is gonna still sell out, no matter when pre-orders are gonna. I don't know how if it might be the same for Series X and S. I'm not. I don't know if it'll affect it that we know when they're gonna be. I'm sure as soon as they open, people are gonna hop on that immediately, and that's gonna sell. So I guess it just depends on the retailers too, how they do that.
Indeed.
See, one quick point I want to add because Kyle, you said about Sony boasting about the next gen, the new generation and stuff like that. I don't really agree with that because with how successful the PS4 has been, it still makes sense to still heavily support the PS4
Oh, yeah.
for another a couple years. And
It absolutely
you're not going to see
makes
the
sense.
power of the true next generation, the very beginning of the PS5. Yeah, they boast the next generation.
Yeah.
When I hear that, I think of I'm thinking 4 years is where you're going to see the PS5 hit its absolute prime. Like that will
Yeah.
be the next gen.
Yeah,
Well, you
like,
won't
I-
see the power if you are still clinging on to the previous gen. Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
and
mean,
that-
a lot of games initially still were playable. I mean, it's not all of them, but they had a couple exclusives. Yeah.
It's strange that they would be talking about that now if they knew that wasn't going to be the case yet.
Yeah, no,
Right,
so
where,
it
like, you're
wasn't
not gonna get
their
the
message
best of the
before.
best.
Their message was, we believe in generations. We are not doing what Microsoft has said that they are doing, which is bring everything everywhere. We won't do that, and now they've basically flipped on their stance on it.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Especially in the sake of time, let's talk a little bit about the launch lineups, though. I'm not going to read off everything here for both Xbox and PlayStation 5, because you do have your standard, like, Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and stuff like that will be there day one. But I at least wanted to rate off the stuff that is exclusive, all the exclusives here.
That's fine.
So for Xbox, let's see, we have Crossfire X, which is a cross-gen exclusive. We have Call of the Sea, which is a console exclusive. The Falconer, which is a console exclusive.
Falconeer.
Gears Tactics, which is a console exclusive, and I've played that on PC, and that's worth checking out. The Medium, which is a console exclusive. Tetris Effect Connected, which is a console exclusive. Second Extinction, which is a console exclusive, and Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is a timed exclusive for next gen. So that's all this stuff for Xbox. Thoughts on Xbox there?
I mean, Yakuza Like a Dragon is coming to PS4 though.
Yeah.
Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Yes,
word on
that's why
PS5,
it's a
which is
timed
weird.
exclusive there.
Yeah.
Well, it is coming on the release date for PS4. We still don't know about PS5,
Yeah.
Interesting.
No-
which
None
is
of
why it's weird.
None of these games are
Did not know that.
nothing I'm really interested in though,
I don't
except
know,
for
most
maybe
of
the
these
medium.
are.
The medium might be cool.
Yeah, the
but
medium look cool. I don't know what the Falconeer is, and I don't know what Call of the Sea is.
Call of the
Crossfire
Sea,
X.
we
is
saw a
that
while
first-person game?
back. I'm interested in that game. It looked like a neat adventure game. It had this like 3D platformer vibe, but you were on this mysterious island. Your character was looking for her husband or something. I think it's a big mystery of like, oh, did he like turn into a fish person thing? Who knows? But that looks
Oh,
good.
it's a game that they showed on the first. What do you call it?
the first
When they
conference?
first talked about the Series X.
Yeah.
The one and only Xbox thing that they had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do remember it now.
Crossfire X is a first-person shooter. I believe Remedy is making the campaign for that
Yeah.
game. So that is
Yeah, because that
something of
game's
note.
already out, right? Like the multiplayer or something.
Yeah, sounds
It's
right.
it's a series of games. So I think there are Crossfire games already out there.
Oh, I see.
I think the multiplayer is going to be free to play, I think. I'm not sure exactly. I did see something about that, though, or like some kind of like separate multiplayer thing there.
Yeah,
but yeah.
What they showed, like, you know, that presentation for the single player, that looked cool.
Yeah. Halo not being on this list definitely affects it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5. Here we go. Here's all of the exclusives that they got here. They got Astro's Playroom, which is just a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Demon
And
Souls.
Astro's Playroom comes pre-installed on every
Yes.
PS5,
Yeah.
which is worth mentioning.
Just cool.
Then there is Demon Souls, which is also exclusive to PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
We got the DMC 5 Special Edition, Devil May Cry. That's exclusive. Destruction All-Stars is exclusive to the PlayStation 5. And then we have Miles Morales, which is the cross-gen exclusive. And Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which is also a cross-gen exclusive. Bugsnax, which is also a console exclusive.
My boy, Bugsnax.
Godfall, which is also a console exclusive, and that is it right now. They had another one, but that got delayed. I will mention that down the road once we get into our new and notable section there. But thoughts on PlayStation 5 launch lineup?
No, just stuff I'm gonna get most of all those.
Yeah.
That's more my likes
Or
Yep.
your speed.
Yeah.
or my speed.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
I may be a bit biased since PlayStation is my platform, but I would say that it is a stronger lineup than for the Series X.
And
Yeah.
even for what we know is coming in the future over the next year, PlayStation's is also stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Because I mean, there are some things I think on the Xbox side that are worth checking out. I know people like Tetris Effect, so for them to have their own
Yeah.
like that's worth
Is
mentioning.
that's not going to be timed?
And no, they
As far as
so-
I could tell, no.
No, they
weird.
said that Tetris Effect connected with the multiplayer will come to PlayStation later.
Because
Okay.
Is a
PlayStation already
timed
has
one.
Tetris Effect,
Yeah, it already
that's
has
that's
it.
already out.
which so it would be weird that
That
it
it doesn't.
come.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, it was a console exclusive, but I stand corrected. Yeah, I think for me, I'm actually more interested in more of the third-party titles. Like I want Assassin's Creed. I want
definitely.
Observer System Redo, which is just like a next gen up-res type of thing. Yeah, like I cannot wait for Cyberpunk, which is only like a week or so after.
Is that really how you pronounce that word? Redo?
Yes, well,
I always thought it was Redux.
it's Redux, but yeah,
Is it? I don't know.
You can do like
Redux.
faux fur and like a faux hawk and stuff like that.
Ah, I
is
see.
I found
That's it.
I found proof of the Tetris
similar,
thing.
I think.
So Kyle, you are right. There is no mention of Tetris Effect connected for the PS5 at all yet, but the connected DLC or add-on does come to PS4 summer of 2021.
Interesting.
So it's a
Okay.
timed exclusive.
So it doesn't
Good
say anything
information.
about it for PS5, so that we don't know.
Ah.
Good
Yeah.
information. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with this stuff. I think there's enough that will keep me busy for quite a while on the launch lineup. But that's the thing with launch lineups though, right? They're usually kind of sparse.
I would say that this is a better lineup for the PS5 than what we've seen before for the other consoles.
Yeah. Yeah, it was better than PS4. It's better than PS4.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
remember.
PS4 had Killzone Shadowfall, Resogun, and I think another game that was...
It had
that
Assassin's
was-
Creed, but that was cross-platform, so
Yeah, but I'm thinking that stood out. I think
I
there was
can't
another
remember.
one. But yeah, no, I would say that this lineup is stronger than what we've seen in the past.
Stuff. Good stuff. Let's move on to the Nintendo Direct, the Nintendo Mini Direct Partner Showcase here. This was another one of the big showcases that happened this week. I guess the second one that happened this week. It's kind of all of the news. We just got these two showcases here.
Ignacio, it was knack for PS4.
Nah.
Yeah.
Ah,
That'll... It was an exclusive.
sorry. I just realized it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nintendo also had a bunch of announcements here. We got a good roundup of all of the stuff coming from Adam Bankhurst over at IGN. They announced two Monster Hunter games, Monster Hunter Rise, which is coming March 26th, 2021, and Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, which is coming summer of 2021. After that, we got Fitness Boxing 2 coming in December. We got Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny, which is coming to Switch exclusively in the summer of 2021. We got a new trailer for Balan Wonderworld, which is out March 26th, 2021, same day as that Monster Hunter Rise game. Then we got Rune Factory 5, which will be coming to Switch in 2021. We got a trailer for The Long Dark, which is available now on Switch. And then I completely forgot that this was out, but Hades is now available on Switch and PC. It's been in early access for, God, I feel like a year and a half now, ish, something like that. So yeah, that game looks really, really, really cool. Empire of Sin is coming December 1st, 2020. Sniper Elite 4 is coming to Switch Holiday 2020. And last but not least, Ori and the Will of the Wisps is available on Switch now. Go play that game. Good game. Thoughts on this stuff? Thoughts on Monster Hunter?
Rise
Alan?
was definitely surprising.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alan. You're a Monster Hunter guy.
I don't really know too much about the stories games, so I don't personally have interest in those. Monster Hunter Rise looked really good. I'm excited for it. My Twitter's been blowing up about Monster Hunter stuff all day, since this happened.
Yeah.
I'm still just not into my Switch, so I'm kind of bummed that it's only coming to Switch. So I'm not as stoked about it as I feel like I should be. But
Yeah.
I'll still buy it and play it because it looked sick, and now being my Monster Hunter shill that I am, I have to play it and I guess be on board with everything, the good and the bad, whether I like it or not.
So I don't play the Monster Hunter games, but my first interface with them when I first saw them and stuff, my roommates would play them, and they had one on their PS Vitas and stuff, and there'd be like 3 or 4 of them all just sitting on the couch squatting up, and it looked fun. I was like, oh, that's good.
It's fun.
Good for
It
them.
is fun.
So yeah, I think to have one that's portable on the Switch, I think will be a big hit.
Oh yeah, that'll probably be really helpful for it. I don't know. I'm just not happy that it's only for the Switch. I would have been super stoked if it also came to everything else. But I'll play it anyways.
Who knows? We'll see. Thoughts on anything else? I think the only thing that stood out to me in this was Ori. Like I guess Hades too, but I was not expecting Ori and the Will of the Wisps to be on there so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hades as well. A lot of people are talking about it, so it seems something to definitely check out.
Indeed.
I mean, just the only other notable thing for me was Disgaea 6 exclusively on the Switch, because that's been a series that's been on PlayStation
Oh
for
yeah,
so long.
Interesting.
That's true.
Okay.
I mean, I never
Good to
played the
know.
Disgaea games really or enjoyed them, but that was just shocking that it's exclusive to the Switch.
Yeah, and they did also announce that Disgaea 5 would be free to play for a short period of time. I guess if you were interested in that game, but you've never played them before, you could try out the 5th one.
All right, sweet.
Cool.
So, good stuff. Yeah, I thought this was fine. I think it was just another, Nintendo Direct. It didn't necessarily speak to me or stuff that I was interested in all that much. But yeah, I do have to say, go play Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It's so good. The game is amazing.
I think the showcase's issue is that it was overshadowed by, it was in the shadow of the PlayStation showcase, just felt like the aftermath of it. I think that was its problem.
Yeah.
It was a totally fine showcase. It was
I would say
nothing
that
wrong.
It was for sure better than the previous partner showcase that we've gotten. I think that there is better stuff here than what we've seen before.
Yeah, but the last one was the Mario one, and that was super exciting.
Yeah, but that one wasn't a partner showcase.
That's true.
I'm talking about the other partner showcase that we've seen. This unfortunately has had the better announcements.
How much notice did they give for this one?
They
They gave
a
you a
little
full
under
24
a day and a
hours.
half.
A little under a day and a half. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
because I missed it.
I did too. I didn't watch it live either.
Yeah. Which was more time that they have given the other partner showcases.
Cool.
I was too
There you
busy
go.
looking for pre-orders to watch it, so
That about wraps us up for the news, though. So let's get on to our new and notable section. All right. First up on this Nintendo's free jump rope game. You guys remember this? They released this at the start of COVID-19 and all of that stuff, and was just like, hey, here's a free jump rope game you guys can play.
Yeah.
Apparently, that is being delisted from the eShop on September 30th. So this is your last chance to go and download that game.
Yeah, everyone
Downloading it right now.
everyone lost weight already, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this existed.
Really?
Yeah, this was just like a free-to-play jump rope game. Like, there's not much to it from what I understand. It's just like, hey, you can use your Joy-Cons as like a virtual jump rope thing.
yeah. It was really popular for like the first day.
Yeah.
No, I'd say instead we
pretty
just we got Ring Fit and played that.
Right, yeah, and then
Well,
yeah.
Depending
Ring
if you
Fit came
actually
out.
got one.
Yeah. So, good stuff. I already mentioned Ori and the Well of the Wisps. That's out now. Rocket League is officially going free to play on September 23rd, so be on the lookout for that stuff. I know that game
What's
is
cool
super
about-
popular.
Yeah, what's cool about that is that you won't need PS Plus to play it online.
Nice. Good stuff.
Sweet.
Good stuff. Halo 3 ODST is coming to the Master Chief Collection on PC on September 22nd. So that should be up there pretty soon. And last but not least, this was the PlayStation 5 console exclusive that I mentioned before that I was going to circle back around to. Jet the Far Shore, which was going to be a launch title for the PlayStation 5, has been delayed to 2021. I believe it's still going to be a console exclusive. I'm not sure if that is timed or not, but it has been delayed. So,
All right.
Cool, good for them.
It didn't look that interesting, but yeah, the PS5 just lost launch title.
indeed,
So that's the big news there.
indeed.
We already got some great bangers though, so it's not too
Yeah.
depressing.
It's not Halo, you know what I mean?
Right?
it's
Yeah,
not-
Yeah.
not that. Last but not least, though, let's get on to our upper runners. Only got 3 of these this time. Disintegration. You guys remember this game came out
Nope.
recently by the co-creator of
Yes.
Halo?
I do
They're
remember.
shutting down the multiplayer servers just 5
As it
months
was-
after launch.
Yeah, it was so
Wow.
bad. So bad.
Well,
So that's an interesting
That's
one. Yeah,
that's unfortunate for them.
I was not expecting that, but yeah,
that
that's
sucks.
fortunate. Nintendo has also discontinued the production of their 3DS family of systems.
Oh,
Big news.
finally.
Big news right there.
yeah.
Finally.
That is,
End
yeah.
of an
so,
era. End
I've
of
been
an
calling
era.
this for like a year now.
so if you can get one in stores, go get one. I'm sure they're cheap. But yeah, they're not
Yep.
making any more of them. So
It had a
And
long life.
Did
so it-
did
and it had to have
PlayStation
something.
is Sony still doing? They already discontinued.
Yeah, I
Vita,
think
right?
they discontinued the Vita. I think.
I think so. I think that was
Did they?
a couple months ago.
Was it?
No,
I could have sworn.
No, if I remember correctly, they stopped production in certain factories. Let's call it,
I
but
see.
they haven't fully stopped it.
Interesting.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay. Still chugging along.
Last but not least, a new episode of Cyberpunk 2077's Night City Wire came out this past week. Not much in that one. I would say I think they put out some more information about the local gangs and how the city is divided up. But there's not much that I think is worth mentioning from that one. So if you guys want to go check it out, it's out there. If you're like me and you just live for all of the cyberpunk stuff, you will eat this up. But
Yeah, I didn't
go.
watch it just because I'm already sold on the game. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
why.
feel like that's how
why
it
we
is for
need
everybody.
more.
Yeah, I don't see why they're doing
not
this.
they're not really giving away like story details or stuff like that. It's just like extra bits of info, like if you want it.
It's
just like,
supposed to
hey,
be shorter than The Witcher 3. I heard.
I did see something about that they are making it slightly shorter because not as many people as they hoped finished The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard
So,
that.
we'll see.
Also-
but yeah, I'm stoked for that game.
Also, the Vita was discontinued.
Yeah, I'm
March
I'm
2nd
reading
of
it
last
right now.
year.
I was about to say
End
that
of
I'm
an era there.
More than a couple months ago.
Yeah,
quiet.
they discontinued that baby a while ago.
That was real
Yeah.
quiet.
Interesting. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Cool.
Well, there you go. That is all the video game news that is fit to print inside your ear holes this week. Gino, what are you excited for this week? What's happening?
What am I excited for this week? I'm excited that I got my pre-order
What?
for my PlayStation 5,
I know, but you didn't have to remind me.
Yeah.
but I'm reminding myself because that's what's exciting me for this week. Just gonna keep waiting for it.
Gets to
Hopefully-
sit there and recheck that confirmation email and
Heck
stuff
yeah.
like that,
Yeah, we'll see if you actually get one.
right?
On launch day.
Oh yeah, it actually when it showed me the order details, it's actually coming the day after launch.
Haha.
So that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. But,
We'll see. And I think some of the ones have already been canceled, like from Amazon or stuff like that. I've been
No,
hearing
they
some
told
stuff
that
like that.
they said that they'd be delayed for arrival.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So
Sorry.
fingers crossed.
haven't told me nothing yet, so I'm excited about that. And I'm gonna keep watching The Boys.
There you go.
Nice.
Good stuff. Alan, what about you? What are you excited for this week?
I'm actually just very excited to continue my streams of Mario 64 Live of my first ever playthrough. So over at
Okay.
twitch.tv/SUPKK, you can come hang out with me and we can play Mario 64 as a community and hang out
There you go.
and judge me for being bad at it.
Yeah, I actually this week I set up our Twitch channel to auto host you guys. So both
Sweet.
of you are on
Thank you.
there. Yeah,
Nice.
indeed.
That's really nice of you, Kyle. Good guy.
No
I
problem.
appreciate that, my friend.
Ignacio,
Yeah.
what about you? What are you excited for this week?
Not
Not school, right?
not school. Not actually getting a PS5 pre-order either.
No, Ignacio, this is our time.
This is your week. Your time to shine.
Nah.
Putting out all the good vibes.
Maybe you can
Nah,
get
I
the
don't know.
Xbox.
Yeah. There's always Xbox.
Nah, I don't have anything to look forward to.
Damn,
Okay.
Ignacio.
What a downer.
Ignacio, if I get a pre-order, I will make sure to not tell you to not rub it in your face.
Yeah, please actually have the decency to not rub it in my face, unlike other people.
Yeah, right.
Oof. That's tough.
That's rough, buddy.
There
What
has
about
to
you,
be
Kyle?
something you're excited for, though. Something you're excited to play or watch or do. Or hey, you could just be excited about relaxing. If that's what
Yeah.
you
No,
wanna
I don't know how much relaxing I'll get this week. I don't know. I guess for a TV show or not a well, you could call it a TV show. Shokugeki is ending this week,
do.
so I'm looking forward
Shokugeki,
to that.
what
but
is that?
I talked to you about it before. It is a anime about cooking.
Oh, that's right.
It's really good.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. But yeah, it's the series finale is on Friday.
Gotcha.
Just be excited to play Resident Evil 7.
There you
I
go.
won't be playing it anytime soon.
There's that. Okay, let's see. As for me, I don't know. What am I excited about this week?
You could replay Ori.
I could, though I just beat that game and it is fantastic. Go play it. I started watching Star Wars Resistance. It is one of the most recent Star Wars cartoons that was on Disney Plus. There was only 2 seasons of that. I think I'm like 10 episodes in on season 1. I'm excited to keep watching that. Yeah, I'm I'm excited for that stuff. I'm excited for more Spiritfarer. Now that I'm also done with Halo 2, I might see if there's something else I can play. Maybe I will finally cave and go play Resident Evil 3 or get Tony Hawk's or stuff like that. Who knows? So, I don't know. But yeah.
Get Tony Hawk. Get Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 1 and 2. Man, that nostalgia is real, though.
It's so good.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the Whatnauts. Welcome aboard. We are glad to have you. We look forward to having you guys on more episodes of the show. However, we are giving you guys off this next week to just kind of decompress, because I know neither of you have had podcasting experience before, but you guys have been doing fantastic.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, so
awesome.
I'm stoked. But yeah, you guys can take the week off this next week and relax. But the week after that, we're putting you back to work. So,
Excellent.
Good stuff. I'm excited.
And if I don't work next Sunday again, I'll actually have 2 full solid days off to just do nothing.
Yeah,
Wow, that's beautiful.
Wow.
whole weekend, man. It's a beautiful
And Ignacio's over here like had a whole week off, and now he's not excited about anything.
Nope.
I haven't had like a day off in forever, and I'm still finding stuff to be excited about.
Well,
Good stuff.
Nice.
Well, yeah. Gino, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me over on Twitter at Gino, Gino _ Viteri, Viteri. And then you'll find the rest of my socials there.
There you go. Alan, what about you?
Mine's kind of the same. You can follow me at Twitter at Alan Busbee, AlanBusbee, and you can always just follow me on Twitch, as I said earlier, to watch me stream games live. And it'd
There
be
you go.
super fun, which is also on my Twitter as well.
Good stuff.
Cool.
And Ignacio, what about you?
they can find me on Twitter at Ignacio Rojas B. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want to stay up to date with our show, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. Go like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff. You guys know the deal. I think we're sitting at 86 subscribers on YouTube, so I will keep pushing that until we reach 100. So please, if you could help us spread the word, that would be wonderful. We'd love to get some more subscribers on our YouTube channel. That being
Just
said, I
think about-
think that wraps
Just think
us up.
about it. If you tell a friend to subscribe, then they'll tell a friend, and then they'll
Yeah.
keep telling their friends, and then
Exactly.
everybody knows.
And
Then
then
we're all
we'll take over
millionaires.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
That'd
I
be
like
great.
the millionaires bit. Me too. That's good. That's good.
No, don't be millionaires. Just give me a PS5 pre-order, and I think we'll be pretty squared away.
Nice.
A
Okay.
Simple man asks for simple things, you know? Good stuff.
Gotta be humble.
That has been Crossplay for this week. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Later.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out our podcast. We hope you enjoyed that one. Now that we have a full crew on the show, that's going to be super exciting. Leave a comment down below which of the launch titles you are most excited to play. Doesn't matter if you're on Xbox or PlayStation. What are you excited to play? That's what we want to know. In the meantime, go subscribe to our channel, which is right up here in this corner, and go watch one of our other videos right down there. It might even be one of our other podcasts. So go check that stuff out. I'm gonna go stuff my face with food because I am extra hungry. But until next time, we will see you then. Bye.